Hello, this is Chris, and I am back again with a brand new trailer reaction video, and today I'll be giving my reaction to Bumblebee, new official trailer. This came out a couple of days ago, and I have been absolutely dying to jump on a reaction video for this thing. And actually, I kind of wish you guys could have captured my first time reaction to seeing the thumbnails for this trailer in my sub box. This will be the first time I'm watching the trailer, but I have seen the thumbnails and they've showed me the look of the characters, and seriously guys, I wish you could have seen my reaction to it. Bit of backstory in case you're not aware, I am a huge Transformers fan. I should even start by saying what Bumblebee is. It is the upcoming spin-off to the Transformers franchise. We've had the 5 main Michael Bay films, and I still think that this is going to be in continuity of those films, but I also think it's going to dip its toe in the soft reboot territory as well, which is exactly what I've seen judging by some of the thumbnails and the look of the characters. This is being directed by Travis Knight, who directed Kubo and the Two Strings. Kubo and the Two Strings is without a doubt one of my favourite animated films ever made. It actually might be one of my favourite films. I've watched it a number of times. It really moved me, and as soon as I saw that Travis Knight was directing this thing, he knows how to craft a story, he knows how to craft characters and have real emotion in there, as well as great spectacle and action. And I know that stop motion animation is very difficult from when we come to a live action film with CGI models, but I'm hoping he brings a lot of those same qualities that he managed to with Kubo and the Two Strings. Let's talk Transformers. I have actually showed these off before. I think I showed these in my very, very different Transformers The Last Night trailer reaction video. I own all of them. This is like all of G1, Transformers the movie, or sorry, the Transformers the movie as I should say, and we're into volume 3 and 4. I think this was like Gen 2, so I'm a massive Transformers fan, and if you've seen any of my other reaction videos or even my reviews, I've hated the Michael Bay Transformers films with an absolutely fiery passion, with an increasing fiery passion as those movies went on. The first Transformers film came out in 2007, and, you know, I was the right age at that point. I was about 14 years old, you know. I identified with the character of Sam Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf. Megan Fox was the hottest girl on the planet. There were cool cars in it. There were awesome robots. And it was cool to see Transformers come to the big screen in a live-action format, like seeing those cars transform and the robots on screen fighting in the city. It hadn't really been done before, not to that scale, so I still do... The first Transformers film is kind of special to me in that regard, despite not being a great Transformers movie. And then as the sequels went on, you know, there are bits I like. There are little bits of Revenge of the Fallen I like in terms of, like, the forest fight with Optimus Prime and Megatron. But then as the films went on, it focused more and more on the human characters, the really annoying comic relief, the uninspired storytelling, the terrible writing, and ultimately not focusing on the heart and soul all the Transformers themselves. The Transformers were supporting characters in their own movie. But from what I've seen from the thumbnails and from what I've seen of this trailer so far, like little clips and stuff that I've managed to stay away from the entire trailer, it looks like the look of the characters are going back to Generation 1. They almost look the spitting image as they did in that original cartoon. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing from this trailer. So I've talked long enough right now. I can't wait to get to this trailer. We haven't really seen all that much about it, really. We had the first trailer that came out, which gave like a quick little glimpse, but it didn't really show much. And this film comes out the end of the year, so this could be a big movie, hopefully. So with all that being said, we're going to watch the trailer together now. I'll talk much more about it afterwards, but I cannot express to you how excited I am to watch this trailer and see what Generation 1 goodness we've got in here if you're a Transformers fan. So with all that being said, I'm going to click play now.
I'm Charlie Watson. I'm 18. Today, actually. Is the Beetle for sale?
Yours, kid. Happy birthday.
And I love that Bumblebee's the original Volkswagen Beetle as well.
Oh my god. What are you?
Wow. I love it.
You have no idea where he came from?
No idea.
Well,
Here's the deal. People can be terrible about things they don't understand. From
Is
now on,
that
only
the
person
same-
you can show yourself around is me.
Was that the same dam? The Hoover
Oh,
Dam
I'm
from
good.
Transformers 1?
No, I'm good, thanks.
There's a war raging on our planet. If this criminal isn't found, that war may find its way here.
Is there anyone that can help you? Do you have a family?
So the war on Cybertron's happening right now, still? In the 80s?
They're calling an army.
Oh, there we go.
These
Yes!
really are.
That's the transfer. Starscream. Looks exactly like how he does in the cartoon.
There is only one way to end this war.
Soundwave Ravage.
You must protect Earth and its people.
Take it down.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, Cybertron looks incredible. That's the movie I want to see.
This is how we stop them.
Yes.
You've got me.
The sound effect, the original sound effect. Oh yes, I'm hyped.
God, I'm so screwed.
So it looks like they are still hitting on a lot of those Bumblebee quirks that he had even in the Michael Bay Transformers films, but hopefully they're a little bit more endearing in this one, not as annoying. And I'm kind of getting, I think I said this in my first trailer as well, I'm kind of getting a little bit of an Iron Giant vibe from it as well, how you've got, you know, like the young kid, or the 18-year-old young kid, with a Transformer, bringing it to the house. We have seen that before in the Transformers films with Michael Bay, especially the first movie. But it looks like it's going to be done a lot more maturely here and handled a lot better than perhaps Michael Bay did it. Let's talk Generation 1 then, because seeing those stark few glimpses to Cybertron, and I really hope this isn't the case because I do want this movie to be really good, seeing those glimpses of Cybertron just made me wish we could just get a movie set there. It looked, seriously, it looked incredible. Soundwave, the boombox with the tape deck and Ravage coming out. Optimus Prime looking like Generation 1 Optimus Prime. That is what I've wanted to see in a Transformers movie since, well, kind of since the first movie came out. I guess I was kind of, you know, watching Transformers with rose-tinted glasses back then, seeing it on the big screen for the first time, but those look of the characters are so, you know, unique and memorable. And, you know, that's one of the many things that I think Generation 1 has over the Michael Bay Transformers films is you can tell which characters are which. Each one, you know, they're blocky and they're brightly coloured and they've got a unique look to them and you can easily pick them out. In the Michael Bay Transformers films, especially the Decepticons, they're all kind of that, you know, metal, grey, clunky gears and wheels, and they look really ugly and busy and complicated, and it's really difficult to make out some of the fight scenes in those films when a lot of the characters are grappling and so much stuff's going on screen. This is stripping it back to basics, although I know this is still technically set in the Michael Bay universe, but I think they've, like, really fucked with the timeline in this one. And you know what? I don't actually mind because this is much closer by the looks of it to the cartoon, so I'm okay with that. But, you know, I'm under the impression that in the first Transformers film by Michael Bay, the Transformers landed on Earth for the first time in 2007. The main Autobots, like Optimus Prime and everything, Earth was new to them. When they landed to Earth, they were in kind of like Cybertronian format, like a default setting, and they transformed, they copied the first thing they came into contact with. So obviously, like Optimus Prime saw the big rig go past, Bumblebee saw the Camaro and changed into that. That's obviously their power. They transform into, they blend in with whatever they see first. So how come here, like, they're on Cybertron and Soundwave's an 80s boombox tape deck and Optimus Prime is the classic big rig? These are vehicles you wouldn't get on Cybertron, and if we go in with a more sort of like realistic-ish look, more grounded look with these Transformers films, have they come to Earth before? They must have assumed the identity of vehicles in the 80s and items in the 80s like the boombox. So does that mean when they come to Earth, this isn't their first time there in the Transformers films? This is why I think it's going to be a soft reboot. And I'm fine with that, like, in all honesty. Like, maybe if they're keeping it stylistically similar, because Transformers is still a very fresh franchise. We've only literally just had Transformers the last night, so it's still very fresh in people's minds. So maybe they're easing us into this eventual new 80s soft rebooted version of Transformers, which might be the best way to go about it. I think a straight reboot would have been better. I saw Shockwave as well. He was one of my favourite Decepticons, like really like blocky and purple with like a single eyeball, who was used in Transformers Dark of the Moon with that thing with like the giant mechanical millipede thing, which was pointless and wasn't in Transformers in the cartoon as far as I can remember anyway. I am really liking the look of this movie. You've still got the great Transformers action in there, but it looks like it's going to focus on characters more. It looks like it's going to strip the characters back. They're going to have unique looks. I don't think we're going to get much Cybertron in this movie, unfortunately. I think we're going to get some quick flashes. It looks like Optimus Prime is going to be a hologram. It's great that they've got Peter Cullen back because he is Optimus Prime. He is the voice of Optimus Prime and always will be. So it's great to have him back as well. It's easing the audience in as well, because although it's a Bumblebee film and people love Bumblebee, even in the Michael Bay films, having Optimus in there is going to give it, you know, that good foundation to it as well. By the looks of it, we've just got Starscream attacking Bumblebee a little bit, and possibly Blackout or the helicopter. I'm not sure which one that was, the blue one that's fighting Bumblebee towards the end of the trailer. The point is, I'm kind of geeking out about Transformers right now, and it's nice to actually be hyped about a Transformers film for once. I really hope this film does well. If it's a good film, don't get me wrong, this movie could still be just as bad as the Michael Bay films, but it's not quite the Transformers movie I want it to be. I literally just want that movie 2 hours set on Cybertron exclusively, just with the Transformer characters. I think that movie could still do great. I think you could still get to know the characters and the camaraderie between the Autobots, the Autobot forces and the Decepticons and everything like that. Really get to understand why that war started, and the tension. I think that could be a fascinating film if done right, if handled with the right director, but maybe not the one that's going to appeal to mass audiences. But if anything, it looks like it's a step in the right direction. I am much more excited for this than I am for any of the Michael Bay films. The Michael Bay films, like, you know, thrill you with fantastic spectacle and special effects, which, come the third movie, had already become old. And judging by how audiences were kind of switched off from Transformers The Last Night, and I won't say that it put the entire franchise in peril, but it was a huge drop-off compared to how much the previous movies made. I think the studio execs have seen that at Paramount, and they're trying to think of a new trajectory, a new future for the Transformers films where they won't become stale, and I think this is their way of doing that. And from what I can see right now, it looks great. Would I prefer a Transformers film without any human characters in it and just exclusively on the Transformers? Of course I would. Am I likely to get that? Probably not. Unless I go to the Transformers the movie from the 80s, which is still a fantastic film in my opinion. And hopefully they bring some of that soundtrack across in this. It is going to be set in the 80s, just like the cartoon was made. So hopefully we get some like cool 80s soundtrack in there as well to go along with some of the imagery. But yeah, I've talked for a hell of a long time on this trailer. Probably longer than I thought I would. So that'll do it for my reaction to Bumblebee, new official trailer. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you looking forward to this film? Are you a little bit apprehensive still? Have you been hurt by the Michael Bay Transformers films, or maybe you're a fan of the Michael Bay Transformers films? Anything Transformers or Bumblebee related, please do let me know. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon as well so you stay updated with all of our content. That'll do it for me right now, and until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.